Alright, salam sejahtera kepada semua dan salam Ramadan to all our Muslim friend. Kita kembali ke talent dalam sesi talent CEO workshop. Dear viewers, you are now joining us this live stream from different platform, which is we have Zoom platform. Hi Zoom people, don't be shy to say hi to us, yeah. Salam, salam, salam menjemput anda, boleh say hi, ya. And then we have second platform, yeah. We are also live in Yayasan Peneraju Facebook page. Hello Yayasan Peneraju Facebook page viewers, you are now live with us. We also have the third platform. We are live in Talents Facebook page. And not forgetting the last platform, we are also live in our Talent CEO Facebook page, Encik Irfan Khairi. Right, so don't be shy. Say hi to us in the chat box. I can always see you. I can always read your comments. So make yourself comfortable. Yeah. So once again, welcome on board to all the beautiful and handsome people. We are honored and blessed to have all of you guys virtually in one place in this Talents CEO workshop. Yeah. In this workshop, you have more to gain and nothing to lose. And I'm sure no regrets for you to spend only just 3 hours, even in fact, less than 3 hours, yeah? Less than 3 hours with us, which you will have a large impact on your personal and professional life, yeah? So whatever you're going to do, today is the day that you're going to see an impact, yeah? So now let us raise this awareness of this Today initiative because we believe today's event can help anyone in this challenging time. I'm sure this is very, very challenging time for some of us. We don't even know that. So take this opportunity to share it out, this event, so there will be somebody who really need the supports so they can maximize this opportunity. So please share this link to your friends, your family members, because we're about to start our first agenda very, very soon. Yeah. So you have in a Facebook page, you also have in a Zoom. So please share to all your family members, your groups. I'm sure you have a lot of WhatsApp group, Facebook group. Do it there because we have wonderful agenda for today, right? So before we start, I want to start with the pantun first, ya. Padi digiling menjadi beras, malam gelap nyalakan pelita. Mari kita bekerja keras untuk menggapai cita-cita. Berdasarkan pantun ini, dapatlah kita simpulkan bahawa dengan bekerja keras, kita dapat berjaya mencapai matlamat yang diingini. Pada masa yang sama juga, kita perlu bekerja keras untuk mendapatkan kerjaya idaman kita. Oleh itu, salah satu agenda yang hangat yang akan kita bincangkan hari ini adalah will be the title. Yeah? So that we're going to talk about how can you as a candidate that you can reach to your dream employer. Macam mana kita nak dapatkan majikan yang kita idamkan tu boleh hire kita. Every time you apply job, boleh je dia hire you. They attracted to you. Yeah. So our events, like no any other events that you have attended before, even though it's virtually, you have a lot of live interactions, right? You're also going to interact between the participants, and we have fun activities such as lucky draw and also sponsored programs award as well. Yeah, before we deep into today's agenda, let me introduce myself. Nama saya Kalai. My name is Kalai, and I'm going to be your moderator for today. I'm also a talents career coach, and I'm honored to be part of this talent CEO workshop. Right? So, dear viewers, siapa-siapa baru masuk, sila masuk. Okay, sila share. At the same time, also this talent CEO workshop brought to you by Talents, a brand of Peopleology. Co-organized by Yayasan Peneraju Pendidikan Bumi Putra and sponsored by Fissionet, the established multi-award winning data technology leader that is specializing in analytics, big data management, IR 4.0, Internet of Things, machine learning and artificial intelligence. Alright? And also, dear viewers, seperti saya kata, there are going to be a lot of fun activity together in between of this session, right? So we also have good news to you, some great news also for your ears, right? You also going to go join the lucky draw session. So in between this session, this event, we have 3 sessions of lucky draw. So we have 20 luckiest winner today going to take home e-wallet voucher worth of RM50, RM50 ya. Grab voucher ataupun touch and go. Benda-benda ni penting. Tapi apakah teknik-teknik efektif untuk menarik perhatian? Ya, yang boleh jadikan sebagai macam mana kita nak jadikan diri kita ni sebagai pilihan utama pihak syarikat bila anda memohon kerja. Macam mana tu? Sebab kita tahu cara-cara dia, tapi macam mana kita nak buat jadikan dia lagi efektif? So if you have this kind of question that is running, swimming, walking, crawling in your mind, then you have made the right choice today, staying tuned with us. Yeah, because today is all of this is not going to be only answered. In fact, you're also going to get solutions and also the how today from today's event. Yeah. Alright, dear viewers, this talent CEO workshop ni sponsored by Fisher Next. It's brought to you by Talents, a brand of peopleology, and co-organized by Yayasan Peneraju Pendidikan Bumiputra. Right? So Yayasan Peneraju ini adalah is an agency under the Prime Minister Department Special Functions that works to strengthen Bumiputra capacity globally and continuously in various fields. Yayasan Peneraju is the facilitator to the government's policy in developing and transforming Bumiputra talents. And Yayasan Peneraju also aims to increase the quality, quantity, and relevance of Bumiputra talents in the line with government's effort to drive Malaysia towards a high-income nation through academic, professional, technology, specialized funding program. It's viewed in terms of the focus area of offered by Yayasan Peneraju and is geared towards creating a more competitive community globally. So therefore, Talents, a brand of peopleology, they are working together with Yayasan Peneraju to reshape your future and improve your career growth by increasing your professional value through self-development program, coaching and certifications. So we have already heard great things about Yayasan Peneraju, right? So kita nak ke agenda berikutnya, ya, iaitu yang dinanti-nantikan. Tiba masanya kita nak tahu apakah rahsianya untuk kita mendapat kerjaya yang atau diidamkan. Sebelum kita dapatkan jawapan untuk soalan ni, dear viewers, now there will be a quick survey will pop up on your screen. Yeah, people in the Facebook Live and also people in Zoom, they're going to be a pop-up survey going to become there. And the question here is that, are you already in your dream job? Yeah, that's the question that's going to be pop up in your screen. Are you already in your dream job? If in case you already in your dream job, what you need to do here is click yes. Yeah, click yes. If in case no, it's okay. Just click no. All right. So there will be a question there pop up in your screen at any time at this moment. So if you're already in your dream job, tekan ya. Yeah. Kalau tak, tekan tidak. Yeah. So we just want to do a small quick survey lah. Sebab hari ni topik kita memang talking about kerjaya idaman kan. So that's why we come out with these things. Yeah. So once you done that, okay, and also I need your favor in the chat box. Yeah, in the chat box because we need interaction with you. Yeah. In the chat box, can you also chat to us? Yeah, in the comment chat box. What is your dream job? What is your dream job? So I also want to see and also hear from you. What will be your dream job? Yeah, and also let us also hear from you some of the comments. Yeah, you are referring about dream job. What kind of dream job that you are referring to? Yeah, please chat in the chat box. Right, it can be either in a Zoom. It can be also in a Facebook live page. You can just do it there. Yeah, right. All right, so while you're typing, right, so we also know that we're going to also have a session with a very important person. All right, thank you so much, Jasmine. Jasmine, just like and share. Thank you, Jasmine. Thank you, Haris. All right. Yeah, Haris, don't worry, you'll be replied sure, yeah, soon about it. Okay, kita ada Syafiq Omar cakap, dia punya dream job adalah sound engineer. All right, that sounds good to hear. Sound engineer, lama tak dengar. Alright, siapa lagi? You can just chat in the chat box. Ya, Haris kata cyber security. Wah, bagus. Okay, Rubiah kata not yet. Don't worry, Rubiah. Today is going to be a session that we're going to help you also, yeah? Alright, so also please make sure that you continue to chat with us because definitely we will actually view your comments, okay, and also they're going to use this as an input for us later as well, yeah? All right, okay, now the man that you all have been waiting for. Okay, let me just give you a small introduction about him, yeah? Let me give you a small introduction about him with some short story that he's going to share to us today, yeah? And why today's speaker is the best person that can help you to achieve career. Kenapa dia boleh jadi seorang yang paling sesuai, boleh membantu anda untuk menguasai kejayaan idaman anda. Yeah, the man that you're about to hear from is a self-made millionaire who made his first million at the age of 25, at the age of 25. Okay? Age of 25. Wow, hebat kan? Sebab kalau ingatkan I wonder what I was doing at 25 lah. Okay, but he, at the age of 35, he already get the first million. Alright. He also began his own career in the 1990s by being a multimedia designer. And also, he was an internet consultant in the UK. Within a few years, he was established as a Malaysia top internet marketer, and he gained a huge follower across the world. And his combined followers on social media, I'm sure some of you already in line with that, and you're aware about it, but let me just share to you, his social media follower is almost 4 million of followers, with views reaching up to 10 million. Yeah. So currently his mission is to help Malaysian like you and me, yeah, so that we can reach dream income through success in skills, career and goal. So now, tak payah kita cakap banyak-banyak sebab ada cakap cerita you memang menarik pasal our CEO here. Now, without further ado, let's welcome CEO of Talent, Mr. Irfan Khairi. Over to you, sir.
Wow, Assalamualaikum, Salam Ramadan. Good morning to all of you. Hebatnya, Mr. Kala introduced me. Now, just now, when Mr. Kala introduced me kan, we full of excitement. Hopefully, you all excited to see me, just as I'm so excited to get to see you. Now, in the speaking circuit, in the speaking industry, there's this one term. It's called pre-frame or pre-framing. Nak tahu tak maksud dia apa tahu? Pre-frame ataupun pre-framing ni kan artinya kan like apa yang anda baru lihat tadi. Iaitu kan when Mr. Kala introduced me kan, he was so excited, okay, he hyped me up, okay, and just a little bit maybe too much, okay, but that's very good, okay, because now that you are excited, betul tak? And here's the thing, what I'm going to share with you today, okay, memang kena mengena dengan konsep pre-frame ni. Because our topic today, which is how to master, okay, the art of getting your dream job. Now, I'm sure semua orang ada dream job ataupun kerja impiannya. But here's the thing, okay, before I start, okay, mukadimah dulu. Before I start, I have to tell you that many of you probably don't know that when I graduated, I got my first job. Okay, I worked first for about 2 years before actually starting my online business and focusing on my online business. So I have one experience of getting my dream job, which I'm going to share with you the story. In fact, I'm going to share with you 3 stories actually. Okay, I'm going to share with you 3 stories about how to master the art of getting your dream job. But here's the thing, nama pun kita punya topik ni, have to master. And when we talk about master, we're talking about mastery. Something, a topic, a specific topic, which is getting your dream job. So meaning kat sini kan, it's not gonna be ilmu yang biasa-biasa. It's not gonna be a knowledge that you can just get anywhere. Okay, it's not gonna be something that you always heard about it before. And I'm sure many of you probably know how to write a resume. I'm sure you seen videos of how to do well in interviews. So what Mr. Kala is going to share with you is actually the mastery. It's going to be ilmu upgrade sikit, up sikit. Okay, probably you haven't heard of it before. Okay, definitely my stories you probably haven't heard of it about it before. But here's the thing, because ilmu ni is ilmu yang upgraded, okay, you need to upgradekan pemahaman anda, because what I'm going to share with you is not going to be direct, but more so that I need you to read between the lines. And untuk anda, maksudnya kan untuk anda fahami apa yang tersirat dalam apa yang saya nak sampaikan kepada anda. Okay? And you need to apply this philosophy which I'm going to share within these 3 stories. Okay? And ketiga-tiganya is true story. Okay? On your understanding of how to master the art of getting your dream job. Boleh tak macam tu? InsyaAllah boleh kan? Alright. So yep, that's the mukaddimah. Okay. And that's something for you to think. Okay. To understand. Read between the lines. Fahami apa yang tersirat dalam apa yang saya akan kongsikan dengan anda. Boleh? Alright. Now. Okay. Now. Just now. Okay. When Mr. Kala introduced me. Alright. Like I mentioned. I hope you got excited. Okay. And the concept is called pre-framing. Now, just imagine. Okay, just imagine like this. What if Mr. Kala tadi kan lemah je, lemau je. Okay, which he's not. Okay, cakap macam ni, cakap. Okay, seterusnya, I would like to introduce Irfan Khairi. Irfan Khairi, you can start your talk. Macam tu je. That kind of introduction. Right? That doesn't work. Right? So what he does is that he pre-frame you, okay, to actually wanting to listen to me. Wanting to listen to me. Itu maksud dia pre-framing. Iaitu kan, before saya start my Zoom, anda dah rasa macam, apa nak cakap ni? Apa IK nak cakap ni? Apa yang nak dikongsikan ni? That kind of excitement, that kind of curiosity. And cuba anda translate that into majikan anda. Okay? The person who's gonna interview you. The place that you want to get your dream job. Right? So jadi kan, you need to create something sort of pre-framing, okay? And that's how you're gonna get your dream job, right? So, let me start dengan my first story. Kisah benar, okay? Tapi kisah benar ni kan dah lama dah. Okay, dah lama dah, which was around the year 2000. Okay, punya dah lama, around the year 2000. Where were you? The year 2000. Okay, I'm sure yang dengar ni kan semua muda-muda, youngsters, pangkat adik-adik, pangkat anak-anak, for me kan. But the year 2000, I graduated from Staffordshire University, United Kingdom. Now, I took multimedia design. That's my subject. Okay, back in the university. But here's the thing: many don't know that after graduated, kan, I got a job. Okay, in the UK at kat Birmingham. Okay, specifically dekat Birmingham as a multimedia consultant, and that was my dream job. Okay. To get work, to get a job at a UK punya company luar negara. Okay, now take note, my friends, students from Malaysia, semua balik Malaysia. Sebab apa tak dapat kerja? Okay, yalah, easier for them to get work back at home, back in Malaysia. But I got a job, okay, at this one multimedia company. The name of the company is Net Media. Okay, Net Media Consultancy. And actually I didn't even, okay, saya bukannya cari kerja. Okay, nak tahu tak? Kerja cari saya. I was headhunted. Headhunted. So for those of you yang tak tahu what's headhunted means the company, okay, the company yang approach me to work with them. And yeah, of course, it's an honor, it's a big thing, right? But I want to tell you exactly what happened and how did it happen, right? Macam mana I got an offer without even applying for it, right? Okay, so here's the thing. Now, at the end of the year, the graduating year, the university selalunya kan they do like an open day for creative students. So I'm part of the creative punya, what do you call it, courses lah, multimedia design kan, multimedia graphics. So what they do kan, what they did back then, like an open day where the students will be able to showcase their work. Okay, and people, friends, families, and even companies will come to the open day to look at our work. All right. So now I showcase lah my work, and my final work for my final year work was actually a CD-ROM, an interactive CD-ROM about Malaysia. Okay, now back then, tahun 2000, okay, when it's interactive, when it's multimedia, it's CD-ROM. Nowadays we don't use CD-ROM anymore. So jadi kan, I created a presentation about Malaysia and put it in a CD-ROM. CDs, okay, and I'm sure some of you still remember CDs, okay, CD-ROM, dia kan dalam bekas, in a CD punya case, right, in a CD case. So what I did was, okay, I created a CD case using a cardboard paper, okay. So just imagine, maybe it's about this size lah, a book punya size, okay, about this size, and then it's made of cardboard, okay, and to fit my interactive CD. Now, but what was special was I carve ataupun I ukir macam ukiran kayu Malaysia. Okay, kan kat Malaysia ada banyak design ukiran kayu. Tak kira dekat furniture ke ataupun dekat mana-mana lah kan, kita punya design ada banyak ukiran kayu kan. Kita buat ukiran kayu ada bunga, ada bunga lah, macam kerawang lah dan sebagainya kan. Okay, so itu ukiran kayu. Okay, but what I did was I took a blade, okay, a sharp blade, and carved macam ukiran kayu punya design on a cardboard. Of course, it's like a brownish punya cardboard. Okay, and it looks like macam ukiran kayu. Okay, macam ukiran kayu lah. Okay, but here's the thing. Okay, Mat Saleh tak pernah nampak benda tu. For them, that's special. Okay, so every time when they walk past my booth, okay, which is like a shared booth with a few of my friends who have their own presentation, which was just like a normal CD ke, okay, many of them just stopped and looked at my CD cover, okay, that ukiran kayu, which was on a cardboard, and everybody picked it up, okay, and pick it up and then kata, how do you do this, okay, dia kata cantiknya, dah dialih bahasa lah. Everybody was impressed with that. Now, I did not plan or see that people will be impressed. Because kita orang Malaysia, kita see banyaknya ukiran kayu. Makan kat restoran pun ada ukiran kayu everywhere. Betul tak? Okay. But, yeah, in a way it was luck because I thought it was going to be fun for me just to represent Malaysia punya design on the cover of the CD. Okay. So, jadi, that was when one of the company was so impressed with that, okay, with that ukiran kayu, okay, talk to me about it, okay. He was asking me what design is it. Dia tak pernah nampak pun, and then I explain lah, it's from Malaysia, okay, we have it in Malaysia, and my presentation ni kan is about Malaysia, okay. Now I would say my presentation in the CD-ROM lebih kurang je my other friends, okay, punya presentation. Meaning nak kata cantik sangat tu tidaklah, buruk pun tidaklah, but I would say above average, okay. It's a good presentation, okay, it's a decent presentation, but in a way quite the same kind of quality, quite the same kind of aesthetic compared to my friends yang lain-lain who are designers. Semuanya adalah multimedia designers, okay. And then the boss, the owner of the company, okay, nak tengok my presentation, alright, and he was impressed, okay. He was so impressed with the presentation, he was more impressed with the cover of the CD, okay, that made him want to look at the content of the CD. Make sense tak? Okay. And after that we talked, and then he offered me on the spot. He asked me, what do you think about working for his company, because he needs a multimedia designer, and he feels that my talent, my skill will definitely help, okay. And on the spot I got a job. Now let me put it into context, okay. Of course, we're Malaysian, okay, kita orang Malaysia, okay, I orang Melayu, right. All of my friends, my classmates, semuanya Mat Saleh, alright. Ada seorang daripada Hong Kong, which was my best friend, okay, seorang daripada Hong Kong. The rest memang Mat Saleh, okay. For a UK company, local company lah kat situ, for the local company in the UK to offer a job to someone's non-resident, number one, is a big deal. Number two, susah, leceh. because they have to convince the government of UK that they really want me to be on board. As an employer, lagi senang is for them to just get a local. Mat Saleh. Okay. But for them to get a work permit, okay, to get approval from the UK government to actually give me a work permit to work there for 2 years, 3 tahun dan sebagainya kan, is difficult. They have to put their case to the government. So, that's the context to show you that dia nak saya, okay, dia betul-betul nak saya kerja kat situ. But on top of it is that the more important part is what makes the majikan, okay, the employer want to see my presentation. Okay, I would say is the ukiran kayu, betul tak? Okay, is that ukiran kayu yang for me biasa je. Okay, but for them it impresses them. Okay, and that open up the door to actually look at my project. Okay, and I got my dream job. Okay, iyalah kerja kat UK. Alright, kerja kat UK, gaji pun tinggi. Alright, and I think, do you see the message that I'm trying to send to share with you? Okay, do you manage to read between the lines tak? What's the point? The point definitely is not me getting a job. Okay, maybe the point is probably how what I shared with you here kan, you can apply it to open more doors so you can get your dream job. Okay, that probably one thing, okay, that will make the decision for an employer to actually nampak that you're different. Okay, being an employer myself, okay, when we have a job opening, we get hundreds and hundreds of resumes, right? But the first step is actually to open up the resume and have a look at what information is within that resume. Clear? And that's my first story. I worked at a company for 2 years, okay, and while working with the company, although it's my dream job, okay, gaji tinggi, okay, kalau convert sini, my income was like RM8,000, okay, kalau convert sini lah, because duit UK kan, just imagine, okay, fresh grad dapat RM8,000, okay, sebulan, okay, yep, definitely lah, that's my dream job, okay. So for 2 years, while working with the company, even though my dream job, but I have another dream, dream goal, which is to start my own business. All right. So during that time, during working, 9 to 5 working, and 5 to 9, I work on my own business until I finally quit after 2-3 years later, and I focus on my first internet business. Okay. And ever since then, I don't have any experience. Okay. Interview. I don't have any experience mencari kerja. Alright? But I do have experience in, okay, interviewing people who wants to work at my company. So let's go, okay, to story number 2. Boleh? So story number 2. Alright, like I mentioned, I don't have any, much experience looking for a job. In fact, my first work pun is not me looking for it. It's the company yang looking at my work and offering me a job kan. But I do have I would say experience interviewing people, cari orang untuk kerja under my company in Malaysia and also here in Dubai. Okay, and here's the thing, like I mentioned just now, when we open up a job, okay, a job vacancy, right, we get hundreds of CVs. We got hundreds of resumes. Okay, depending on the company. If it's a big company, a branded company, probably they get a few hundred. Okay, tak tahulah whether it's gonna go beyond 1,000. Alright, smaller companies might not get as much. Okay, but assuming you're looking for a dream job, I'm sure the place will be a good place lah. Okay, maybe the place is well known, right? Because we're targeting a dream job. So probably you will be competing with hundreds and hundreds of candidates. Okay, every time when we open up for a vacancy in my office in Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, minimum 300 CVs kita dapat. Okay, 300 resume kita dapat. Okay, and most probably we only look at you only invite like 20 or 30 people, like 10%, okay, for the interview. Takkan kita nak ajak 300, 400 kan? So that'll be your first step. How to get that interview from your resume, okay? Because from my experience, 90% of the resume awal-awal kita dah reject, okay? Awal-awal kita dah reject, right? So now, when we talk about resumes, okay, Mr. Kalai is going to share with you, okay, some techniques and strategies about resume, okay, but because that's his forte, he's going to share a lot of information about that, the secrets, what you need to do, okay, and a lot more, right? So what I'm going to share with you will be, in a way, kan, like a bit of behind the scenes, okay, behind the scenes from my experience, and I'm sure, okay, and I know other companies are doing the same thing, right? Which is this, okay? Now, considering katalah you have an awesome resume, how to get an awesome resume, stay, Mr. Kala is going to share with you, all right? And during the interview, everything is good, okay? Again, interview and everything, okay? We're going to teach a lot more on that, but a bit behind the scenes, okay, behind the scenes, which I mentioned kan, not just my company, other companies are doing it. I'm not sure whether all companies are doing it, but many are, and most probably I would say lah, okay, bigger companies will actually do it, which is background search. Okay, we do check your social media, okay, we do check internet, we do Google you, okay, to make sure, all right, you are right for the job, okay. So, and kat sini, this is branding, okay? Branding, like I mentioned tau, business and working lebih kurang je, okay? You are competing at the same level, right? For example, business, we want to brand our business, okay? Bila nak cari kerja, when you're looking for a job, okay, your dream job especially, you are competing to win the hearts of your boss, okay, the decision maker, HR, okay, but you're still competing, right? And how to compete in business? We compete using brand. Sama juga, you need to have a brand, okay, to get your spot, to get your dream job kat sini, right? But of course, branding business dengan branding to get a job, totally different. Okay, totally different. And if in fact, it's not that difficult. Branding business lagi difficult daripada branding yourself to get a job. Again, here's a story that I want to share with you. Okay. Now, a few years ago, I remember I was looking for my company. We were looking for a video editor and a graphic designer. Okay, video editor, graphic designer, and we opened up we asked for resumes, CVs, and we also asked for their work sample. Okay, and out of hundreds, we invited like 20. Okay, for an interview. Okay, so kita interview lah, right? 20 of them. Now some of the work are okay, some of the work are good, okay, and some are biasa-biasa macam normal saja. Okay, but there was this one boy, umur dia 18 tahun je, dia baru habis SPM. Okay, dia baru habis SPM, and I'm not kidding, this is true story tau. Okay, resume pun tak ada. He doesn't know resume tu macam mana. Okay. Now dia ada lah like one piece of paper about himself, but it doesn't. It's not the resume lah. Okay. That make me decide untuk ambil dia bekerja. Okay. But take note, resume is very very important. Okay. But dia kata, okay, masa interview tu dia katakan, tanya dia tak bawa kerja pun. Okay, dia tak bawa anything. Okay, alright. But then I don't know. I think it's one of my staff kot. Kenapa they bring this boy in? I also don't know. Okay, but then when I interview, and lepas interview, I ada whether during interview ke lepas interview. I think it was lepas interview. Okay. We did a search. Okay, because dalam dia punya piece of paper tu, dia punya resume which was tak lengkap, okay, yelah 18 years old, okay, dia letak dia punya YouTube, okay, and Instagram and Facebook, okay, dia punya social media, so we check it out, okay, and we were so impressed, okay, dengan dia punya work on the social media, right, we were so impressed, and not just the design, okay, not just the the video editing that dia buat, okay, yes, it was good, okay, but then kan, something else kicks in. Dekat dia punya Facebook, dia share articles about video editing. Okay, they share other people's punya video and then sharing why they like that video. Okay, why they like that graphic. He was like into it tau. Okay, not just macam biasanya if I were to interview, okay, if I don't know better lah. Okay, if I don't know better, on my social media, I will just put my artwork, I would put my graphic design. That's normally what other people will be doing kan. Okay, but the way dia brand himself, okay, which probably dia pun tak plan, okay, but impresses me and my team, is that not just he's telling us that I can design, my design cantik, okay, I can edit video, my editing video cantik, but I share other people's work. Okay, I share juga articles, okay, about graphic. I share juga articles about what do you call it? About video editing. And take note, bukan dia yang tulis, okay? They share other people's one, okay? Local and overseas. So when we see that, it really feels that this guy, okay, memang berbakat, okay, but other than that, he's really into it, into graphics, into design, okay, and into sharing knowledge juga, right? That's why they share all these articles, okay, all this work of other people dekat social media juga. Alright. So what he did was, whether dia sedar ataupun tidak, okay, I'm assuming dia tak sedar because he was only 18 years old, okay, he was actually building his brand, okay, he was actually building his brand. Now, ada juga when we search their social media, okay, when we search online, things like we don't really like. Again, okay, we're not supposed to judge people, okay, but honestly, people will judge lah, okay. For example, I'll give you an example. This one talented guy, okay, dia punya grafik cantik, okay, dia punya video editing cantik, during interview pun cantik, okay, but when we look at dia punya social media, dia duk kecam orang, okay, not really kecam orang, the way dia cakap kan macam tak jive sangat dengan probably the culture of my company, okay, tak jive sangat dengan budaya, okay, it doesn't resonate with me. Apa yang dia kongsikan dekat social media macam, yelah, in a way ada that kekasaran, okay, yang if you know me, you know I'm not the kasar type, alright, but I'm still the decision maker and I'm still human, okay, that will in a way, macam mana nak cakap judge benda-benda macam ni, which is not supposed to be, but honestly lah, okay, for example, takkan somebody like yang viral baru-baru ni Kak Long 7-Eleven, okay, cari kerja kat tempat saya, okay, for example ini apa nama ni, ini cerita tak benar, okay, takkan kita nak accept when we see something that we don't agree to it, okay, yang we have conflict with it, okay, tak sama dengan what we want, even though kerja bagus, tapi that's not the personality yang kita nak. As a human, I would decide not to take someone like that. Faham tak? Okay, so here I think as someone who wants to look for your dream job, your social media is very important. Okay, employers will check it, probably HR will check it juga, right? Especially if it's a bigger company, they will do definitely background checks. Nak tengok you. What you can do is probably, like I mentioned, I don't think, nama dia Putra tau, okay, yang umur 18 tahun ni, I really remember him, okay, I don't think Putra plan for dia punya branding on social media macam tu, okay, because he was 18, I might be wrong, but you can plan for that, okay, meaning build your brand on social media in that specific skill ataupun bidang ataupun work that you want to get your dream job, okay, and on top of it, don't just let it leave it to chance that the employer ke, the interviewer ke, ataupun the HR will Google you atau search for you. Tell it to them. Tell them it. Okay. Tell them to check your social media. Okay. Tell them, maknanya kan, you are actually pre-framing them. Betul tak? Okay. Pre-framing them. Okay. Untuk check social media and get that brand. Alright. Bagi orang nampak your brand tu ada kat situ. And I'm not also saying untuk clean up, delete semua social media. In a way, yalah, kalau teruk sangat kat social media tu, delete lah. Okay. But I mean, what I'm saying is actually kan, for example, katalah, okay, now katalah you are interested in getting a job and in the specific area, big data, okay, for example, big data, right? And there's an opening at this dream company to get your dream job, and they're offering big data analyst. They are looking for a big data punya analyst, right? And of course, under our program talents.com.my, we partner with penerajung to give out scholarship, beasiswa, sponsorship for those of you who want to upgrade your skill, okay, in a few certified programs under talents. Nanti Mr. Kala will tell you more about it. Okay, so for example macam penerajung, okay, they will sponsor for those of you yang layak, okay, to get a professional certification, right? And itu you can apply for a job and probably get a higher salary, get your dream job kat situ, okay? But now that's not the case kat sini. But what I'm gonna share with you kan adalah, bayangkan for example, okay, katalah you are certified, ada certificate in big data, and you want that job dekat that one company who's offering a big data punya analyst punya position, okay, and that's your dream job, you want to get it, okay? So what you can do, how to set it up, how to pre-frame kan for your resume, Mr. Kala is going to share with you, okay? Interview also Mr. Kala going to frame you. But the branding side, what you can do kan on your social media from time to time, okay, share things related to big data, okay? Share articles about big data. Share videos daripada YouTube about big data. You don't need to write. Even if you can write, that's better for your brand. Write an article about big data. But then, not necessary. But if you can, lagi bagus lah. Okay. But at least, okay, by sharing more information about what you want to get. Okay, the dream job yang you nak tu. Okay. Information about big data, okay, articles about big data, studies about big data, infographics about big data, okay, and videos about big data. And janganlah nampak sangat pula, janganlah semuanya big data saja, tak ada personal life, okay. But good out, okay, do add your personal life like normal, but selang-selikanlah. Just my point adalah, when we do the background check, or like I mentioned, don't leave it to chance, okay, mention, check my social media, okay, tulis besar-besar kat dekat your resume to your social media and everything, okay. And when they check your social media and see that, wow, for the past few months, okay, for the past year, you've been sharing things related to big data, okay, they will be impressed, definitely, okay, because orang lain will not do it, okay, orang lain definitely will not do it, right? It's like business again, okay? Kalau if you want to be successful in your business, you need to work hard for it, okay? To be successful in business, right? To get your dream job, you need to work hard for it, okay? You need to do something extra. That in business we call it an extra mile, okay? An extra mile that we need to do more than what we should do. We need to do more than what other competitors are doing, right? So extra mile in this case to get your dream job is you need to do more. Okay, and one of the things that you can do adalah, okay, clean up your social media, build your brand on social media, okay, and definitely that will help your chances in get your dream job. Boleh tak macam tu? Alright, okay. So, macam mana? So far, okay? Alright, remember there's gonna be hundreds of resumes, okay? You'll be competing with hundreds of other people, and this, what do you call it kan? These extra advantages. This will be like your secret weapon tau, okay, your secret weapon to actually get your dream job. Okay, ini provided everything's good lah. CV you bagus, okay, resume you bagus, okay. Mr. Kala is gonna help you out with that after this. Boleh? Boleh kan? Alright, now here's one more story, and this is my third story. Okay, but this time it is a true story, but it's not about me. Okay, cukup lah. Story number 1, story number 2 is about me, about my experience. Okay, story number 3 ni kan is not about me. Okay, but maybe a few years ago, I think not a few years ago, a bit some time ago. Okay, there was this social experiment that went viral on the internet, which I'm gonna share with you. Okay, and what was the social experiment about? Okay, so it was a video. Okay, a video of a guy, right, playing a violin at a subway, an underground train station in New York, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, dia main violin. Alright, it's a good song. Alright, and the acoustic was good because it was a subway. Okay, it was a good song. Now, hundreds or even thousands of people, alright, New York, okay, lalu lalang, right, and nobody take notice of this guy playing that song. Alright, okay, hundreds or even thousands pass him, and in fact, if I'm not mistaken, this social experiment went for like 3 hours. Okay, he was playing a few songs for 3 hours, and of course, dia minta derma lah. Okay, some people will leave coins lah. Within that 3 hours, dia dapat berapa kan? About $5, $4 to $5, something like that. Okay, so that was the first part of the experiment. Okay, now the social experiment is actually about this guy. His name is Joshua Bell. You can Google him. Joshua Bell is one of the top violin, did they call it violinist? Okay, violin player. All right, one of the top violin player in the world, probably the top in US. The violin yang he was using got a name lagi tu. It's called Gibson Strat. It cost $2 million. You can Google it. I'm not lying. Okay, it cost $2 million. So Joshua Bell, one of the top violin player in the world, okay, playing the music, playing the violin on his Gibson Strat, one of the most expensive violin in the world, and playing his own songs for 3 hours at the subway. He only got about $4-5. Now, above the subway, there's a hall, Carnegie Hall, okay? And orchestras, shows, high-end semua ni kan, they have it at Carnegie Hall. That night, Joshua Bell has a show there, right? So, he plays the violin with the whole orchestra backing him up and full house. For him to play kat situ kan, how much did he get? 1 million. 1 million. That's Joshua Bell punya fee. Maybe more. Tapi paling busuk 1 million. 3 jam. 3 hours in Carnegie Hall. 3 hours in the subway. Dapatlah $4. Okay. 3 hours at Carnegie Hall. 1 million. Now how do you explain this? The same person, Joshua Bell, the same violin, Gibson Strat, the same songs, but dibayar berbeza, paid differently. It's all about branding, betul tak? It's all about perception. The perception of Joshua Bell at the subway station, macam basking je, macam orang biasa je. Everybody ignores him, right? But the same person, Joshua Bell, the same violin, Gibson Strat, the same songs, main kat Carnegie Hall, made him 1 million. Right? Perception. And this is the thing that I want you to understand about landing your dream job. The perception of the employer, the perception of the one who interviews you, the perception of the HR department, okay? The decision maker of actually choosing you above other people. and you can create that perception, right? That is your secret weapon. That is that small thing that you need to do to give you that competitive edge over hundreds or even thousands of candidates yang ada kat luar sana. Okay? And just recently, I read in the newspaper, local meaning bukan Dubai, local meaning Malaysia. Okay, I read in the local newspaper a few days ago that graduan kita, okay, our fresh graduates find it difficult to find jobs. I think I know why. It's not that mereka memilih, okay? It's not that they don't have the skill. I think it's because they don't have that mastery. How to actually get that job. How to actually win the hearts of the employer, the decision maker of getting that job. Okay? So, the conclusion, I'm a bit serious. How you represent yourself. Okay. Think about it like a business. The concept is the same. Business nak berjaya, you need to work hard. Sama juga. Working hard. Bekerja kan, it's not just during working tu. Kita selalu kata, we usually say that, okay, when we have our work, we need to work hard, okay, to get a better job. But to get that job, you need to work hard getting that job, okay? And that's what I need to say. But don't just go yet, because like I mentioned, okay, Mr. Kalai is going to share with you a lot more about resume, about interview, okay, and he's going to introduce you to this one framework. It's a dream employment framework. It's called GRIT, G-R-I-T. And if you understand this framework, and if you understand and read between the lines what I've talked to you for the past 45 minutes, kan? Okay, and apply it together, I think you're gonna get your dream job very soon. Salam sayang dari Dubai. Back to you, Mr. Kalai.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Irfan. That was a very fruitful sharing with kisah benar, ya. And that's very inspiring. Dear viewers, from what Mr. Irfan shared, especially because sebab kisah benar, because he relate back again his own experience and what he was facing. And in fact, he gave two perspective, ya. Satu perspektif daripada employee, ya, iaitu masa dia during after graduate, okay, that's from a perspective of employee. Kalau you tengok, dia pun ada bagi perspektif daripada employer bila dia dah jadi start up his own company. So what was his view as an employer, right? So we have to know this. There is one realization that we have to know this. That is one thing that we have to notice, that as how we are finding a dream job, the same effort an organization or employer they're doing is that they also want to find the dream employee. Macam mana kita nak cari idaman kejaya kita, macam tu juga majikan dia pun nak cari employee idaman dia. Right? How many of you agree with me this? If you agree with me this, please chat in the chat box whether you agree with me. Okay, because you have to understand this. We always say this word, treat the people the way you wanted to be treated, right? So sama juga. How we want kerja idaman kita, seperti juga employer dia nak juga idaman employee, yeah. So that is what. So how many of you agree with me? You can actually tag in the chat box. I can always see here, all right? And also in between of the sharing also, I saw also some of you even share some secret additional input. Ingat tadi Encik Irfan Khairi pun ada kata kita kena tengok juga konsep daripada orang kata isi tersirat, ya, isi tersirat. So what we're going to do here is now, right, we also going to recap back again that what are the output that we can take it from Encik Irfan Khairi sharing. So we're going to take up the view from the perspective of employer, ya, employer perspective. Bila jadi majikan, apa majikan nak daripada employee ni? So we're going to go into detail. So the first thing, if you look at it here, is if you want organizations that you want, then you need to mold yourself to what an organization want from you. So that's a win-win situation. Yeah, thank you, Hani, for your answer. Thank you, Rosanna, right? I'm watching you from here. Thank you a lot. All right. So what happened here is that the first thing that an organization want here is, let's be honest, yeah, they need return of investment. After they hire us, hire you or me as an employee, right? They want to see whether we add value to their organization revenue. What different and impact we can give. Of course, it may not be so direct, yeah, very direct or very straightforward in terms of impact we can give, but even indirect effort also is counted in if we are making impact. So that's why they always talk about ROI, yeah, ROI. So this is the first reason as an employer, majikan punya perspektif, pandangan daripada majikan, yeah. So we're going to look into their eyes, yeah. So that's the one. And the second one here is, as an employer, okay, I go back to Steve Jobs, yeah. I'm sure all of you know about Steve Jobs, yeah. Steve Jobs have said this before. Dia dah pernah cakap benda ni sebelum. It doesn't make sense to hire smart people and tell them what to do. We hire smart people so they can tell us what to do. This is a famous sharing daripada Steve Jobs. So as an employer, there's no wrong for them to have people with problem solving skill. Dia nak orang yang ada bakat in being a problem solving skills. Dia tak nak instruction taker. They want people who have the skills of problem solving. They do not want instruction taker yang tengah tunggu nak ambil instruction. Bukan. So they need that kind of people. Right? And the third one is that, how is your knowledge and is it suitable in terms of your expertise meeting the requirement? Is your knowledge is in trend with the market or to the standard required by the industry? This is where they will explore your professional certification and your skills development. Apa lagi yang berbeza? Apa yang menarik pasal you lagi ni? Bagaimana boleh guna skill you, kemahiran you yang berkaitan dengan industri yang majikan ada tu. So this is the time they will look into the perspective of how can we use the knowledge. And the fourth one, okay, is about, we are talking about the requirement the employee have on you. Would you able to grow the organization and grow each other? Bangunkan diri dan bangunkan sama-sama, ya. So, let me be honest to you. I jujur dengan you lah. It's not easy to say dan do. Memanglah tips-tips macam ni memang banyak dah berlambat dalam internet. Kalau setakat dengar, senang je. Tapi persoalannya macam mana kita nak jadikan atau menggunakan tips, ya. Ini dari segi praktikal. Macam mana nak apply dengan cara betul dalam hidup dan kerja kita. Ya, sebab hanya penggunaan yang betul akan meningkatkan keinginan syarikat idaman kita memilih dan mengajikan kita. Kalau nak cakap ikan idaman, kita kena ada umpan yang betul. Tapi jangan risau, hari ni, lepas Cik Irfan Khairi cakap tadi tu, kita memang nak introduce pada you the tools. Ya? Tools and solution, macam mana kita nak dapatkan kerja idaman kita. I also nak bagi you solution. Tadi, kalau tak silap Cik Irfan dah kata kan, ada solution dia nak bagi you. Bukan setakat nak bagi you tips saja, solution. So before I proceed, let me recap again, ya. Employee, they have expectation from you. And you also have expectation for them. And saya pun sebagai talent career coach, I have coached almost 500 people, scholars or individual, for them to focus on their career and personally manage their career to become very successful. I've done this, right? So there is some key differentiator between this, what they want in dream job. Whenever dia kata dream job, beberapa benda yang kita nak dekat dream job. Mari kita tengok yang betul-betul kita nak, ya. Ikhlas, yang biasanya betul-betul jadi motivasi. Pertamanya kena gaji. We need a salary, a good salary. Okay, ikutkan Maslow hierarchy of needs, salary is the basic needs of individual in career. We want organization that value our talent, skills and effort. Bayar berbaloi. Ikut bakat kita, ikut experience kita, ikut market. Kita nak majikan macam tu. Yang kedua pula, majikan yang boleh beri faedah, benefit, a comprehensive benefit. Contoh, macam healthcare, retirement saving or planning, flexible spending account, paid time off, ya, ataupun memberi professional development, career development benefit. Kita nak majikan macam tu. Yang ketiga pula, kita nak majikan yang mana dia boleh ada future prospect. We have the opportunity to learn and grow. Because kita tak nak setakat kita jadi macam air bertakung. Jadi assistant manager setakat tu selama-lama jadi manager. Kita nak bergrow with the company. Right? So we nak company macam tu. Yang last, kita nak company reputable company. Sebab company reputation ni is a key element for an employee. It reflects the self-esteem and also it's a bedrock for between owner and employee or company atau client. Sebab kita percaya company yang reputable tinggi, they always keep their promise. So we want these 4 element. Ini yang kita nak sebagai pekerja daripada company idaman kita. Ya, majikan idaman kita. So dengan tu kita akan masuk ke 4 element. Ya, di mana yang akan jadi tips kepada anda. So saya akan beri tips. Macam tadi Pak Haider kata, saya akan beri tips. Ini adalah 4 tips saya nak bagi. Yang pertamanya, first thing, kita kena ada mind shift everything. Mind shift. Mindset ni sangat penting. Ya. The way you think about things can shape your belief, action and relationship because your thoughts dictate your life look likes. That is why bagaimana kita berada di social media, bagaimana kita berada dekat LinkedIn, bagaimana kita ada dekat Instagram, semuanya datang daripada mindset kita. Kita tak guna kita pergi just padam-padam komen-komen macam tu, tapi kita masih lagi belum mind shift kita. So, yang penting kita kena mind shift dulu. Yang kedua, personal branding. Tadi pun ada tengok, Rubaiyah ada cakap. Very good point. Dia kata personal branding. Betul. Personal branding ni sangat penting dalam career setting. Because personal branding make you different and you also stand out from a competition compared to others. Yang ketiga, leverage opportunity within area of control. You ada banyak opportunity yang sebenarnya masih lagi datang dekat you. Tapi you have to take the opportunity. How can you leverage on your network, your strength, or even your current job role? And how can you actually outshine from it? Dan keempat, yang paling penting, you must pass with flying colours in your interview. Tadi pun ada tengok, kalau tak silap dia ada cakap dengan ada siapa komen tadi, dia kata macam ni, dapat interview cerita pertama. Tapi sebelum cerita pertama tu, macam mana nak bagi resume yang atraktif untuk mendapatkan majikan tu tertarik dengan resume you. So that's why I'm going to share to you 3 simple je tips on resume writing. Tapi resume writing ni, kalau setakat I cakap macam tu je pun, dia tak akan beri banyak impact. So therefore, first thing is that keep it short and simple. Use the method KISS. Keep it short and simple tapi kena significant. Kena ada impact. Ya, jangan terlalu lampau panjang macam berparagraf-paragraf. Tak penting. Yang penting kena ada impact. So you must make sure keep it short and simple. Second one, setiap satu resume ikut satu majikan, dia kena customize. Janganlah guna satu resume untuk semua orang. Ya? You cannot do like that. Yeah, because one size doesn't fit all. Right? So you need to customize your resume. Itu kedua. Yang ketiga, focus on your accomplishment. Apa pernah you buat yang pernah menjadi satu kebanggaan untuk diri anda di dalam kerja yang anda ada sekarang. Share that. Tak kisah. Walaupun benda tu kecil ke apa. Share it. If let's say today you manage to simplify automations of a process, share it out. Because that is all your accomplishment. Ketiga benda I share sekarang. Pertama, keep it simple and significant. Kedua, do not use generic resume for everyone. Every company need to have customized. Yang ketiga, focus on your accomplishment. Your accomplishment ni, jangan hanya jadikan personal, habis career life saja. Personal accomplishment pun boleh. Use it that. Yeah? So this is the point, 3 points I give it to you. But, these 3 points, jujurlah kita jujur I'll be honest with you. These 3 points is not enough for you. You need a tools. How can you actually use it? Kita nak tahu cara macam mana. Sekurang-kurangnya kena tahu cara macam mana kita nak menguasai landing on a dream job. So therefore we actually introduce to you, kalau betul-betul you nak berubah mind shift dan memang betul-betul serius nak dapatkan kejayaan idaman anda, kalau betul-betul serius, you kena kuasai 9 pillar. 9 pillar of dream job. Ya, kalau you tengok, this 9 pillar pre-job adalah satu benda yang basic employer look from you. What they want. First thing, they want this. They want somebody who already know how to communicate. They do not want people come to work only learn. They don't want that. They want people who already can communicate. So they want that kind of skillful people. And they want people who have good personal branding skills, who are really, really good in personal branding skills. They want that kind of people. They don't want people who come to work then only learn. No more. The industry changed. So they want people who want to do that. They also want people who can have power-packed presentation skills, who can confidently do presentation in public or even in a meeting. They want that kind of people. And they also want people who have at least a basic knowledge about project management skills. And also people who already have the element of business leadership skills. Right? And not forgetting, they also need people who have the skills of problem solving. And also people with the skills, minimum skills of management 101, or even people with emotion intelligence because you're working with other people. And of course, the last one, mental agility. To be honest with you, this is the 9 skills that every employer are expecting you to have at minimum level. You have these all 9 skills, you are there ready to get your dream job. You akan dapatkan company idaman you cari you. You be headhunted, not you are hunting them. This is what would happen, right? So with that, benda ni banyak kan? 9 pillar. Banyak benda pillar ni. And sometimes kalau tengok, seperti yang kata, dekat internet berlambat. Tapi masalahnya, they are not customized to improve. It's more to theoretical saja. Theoretical tips. Tapi bila kita nak apply dalam hidup kita sebenar, benda tu tak senang. So therefore today, all these things, we're going to make it into one center that you can get it in an e-learning platform. We introduced by Cik Irfan Khairi also, which is GREET, the e-learning program. Semua benda ni yang khasnya, yang telah di-customize untuk Malaysian people. Yeah, not a generic one, Malaysian people who are ready and serious to change their dream job. Yeah, that's what they're going to do. So we have this. So before I don't want to talk more about this, let's watch a video and you have better understanding about these 9 pillars that are going to make a difference in your life.
What sets successful individuals and amateurs apart is the knowledge of self-mastery. Outstanding success follows worthy professionals who have attained the right knowledge and skill set that 90% of our population are unaware of. If you would like to be the part of 10%, let us introduce the GRIT program to you. GRIT brings game-changing transformation to your career and personal lives with these 4 core values. Good to great. Stand out from the crowd with personal branding and the confidence of presenting yourself. Resilience. Thrive with optimism and growth mindset. Inspire. Emerge as an inspiring leader with a value-driven partner. Tough. Tackle challenges and discover your true potential. You can now just log into the Talents community and start your learning journey. With our advanced virtual learning platform, you can trace all your learning progress, play games and quizzes, and download practical guide to maximize your learning experience and excel in your future career. Our GRIT programs will include an exclusive coaching session. Let our professional coaches accompany you throughout your learning journey. Our awesome coaching will give you the push and confidence you need for your next interview, and the tips and motivation to keep growing until you bring your career to the next level.
Alright, so if you look at it, you will get this 9 pillar. You don't need to go outside, research for it. You're going to get it in one platform. So if you can see in the screens, it's already some sample of how the e-learning of this 9 pillar going to make a difference for your life and career is going to look like. So this is the journey that we're going to share to you. Take note that you will have access to these 9 modules that is going to be customized into one portal where you're going to have able to see all of it into one. Not only that, likewise I dah share, lepas kita dapat theoretical, okay, Mana praktikalnya? Apa macam praktikalnya? Sebab benda tak indah serupa. Sebab kadang-kadang bila nak jadikan buat praktikal, ada je calangan ataupun cabaran ya. So therefore, we will introduce to you coaching process or coaching services to you. So contoh sebagai I adalah talent career coach. I pernah coach almost 500 scholar, 500 scholar, and I from the industry, daripada contact center, BPO, financial institutions. So we actually coach people so that they can achieve and improve their income and also get their dream job. So this is what we are doing. All right. So I'm very, very passionate person. I want to touch more people to give impact. Yeah, I love to do that. So I also going to be assisting you once you do these courses for you to apply whatever you learn into practical life. We're going to coach you service that. Yeah, we're going to give you coach service. Not only that, with me, I also have my beautiful colleagues with different experience. I have the first one, Miss Jeannie. Miss Jeannie have almost 30 years of experience, yeah, and she's a certified coach, right, with many industry. She's going to give an impact, and she's going to help you clear up all your obstacles so that you can see your tunnel of your career there, so that you can walk peacefully and confidently achieving that. And I also have colleagues, wonderful person with a very high energetic and also very passionate in coaching, which is Miss Sophie. Miss Sophie or Miss Supinur. She also have almost 20 years of experience, yeah, in coaching, training, and learning development. Because why? You need to have a strong hand to support you, to pull you together for you to achieve your career that you dream for. Yeah, so that is why we are not only going to give you the method, we are also going to help you to execute with you together, which these coaching services we call talent career coach. We are the 3-1 for you. Now, for you also to go through in detail, right? Where can I go access this? Mana I boleh dapat benda-benda ni? Jangan risau. Semuanya akan anda boleh lihat di One Stop Center or One Stop Portal, which is Talent Portal. So bila you masuk Talent Portal ni, dalam portal ni, you boleh dapat banyak faedah, banyak benefit. Pertama, you boleh dapat e-learning. Tadi cakap 9 pillar tu, all the 9 pillar going to be here. So you have the access to go in at any time at your own flexibility time for you to go learn and get the knowledge as much as you can. Right? Yang kedua, anda pun ada peluang untuk dapat kerja idaman anda, because we also have a job section here is where you can apply for job vacancy. Katakan ada kerjaya idaman anda tu, ambil peluang, boleh apply juga guna talent portal, ya. Yang ketiga, anda juga ada peluang, okay, untuk anda join the sponsored program. Contoh macam sponsored program daripada Yayasan Peneraju, ya, yang kita share tadi. So it is also stated here. So you anytime, if you think you are eligible for this kind of program, you can always join. And last but not least, kita pun ada special events, ya, events. Mana kalau apa-apa macam event macam ni, will be stated in the portal, ya. So ada 3 benda anda akan dapat melalui e-grid program ni. So yang pertama adalah anda akan dapat e-learning. Semua 9 pillar yang tadi kita katakan. Kalau nampak e-learning. Yang kedua, anda akan dapat support daripada coach, ya. Coach untuk anda execute apa-apa anda learn tu masuk dalam into your real life. Yang ketiga, anda akan dapat one stop portal, ya, di mana anda akan akses dengan semua ni. So kalau tengok dekat market, this price is almost RM1,699. It is a standard market price. I'm not lying. You can always go access to this. But today, as you are being the special one and you are also have the need and you are serious in changing your career, we're going to come out with the wonderful sections with the price only ringgit. Yeah. So only 99 ringgit in today's sections, right? You will able to enjoy these exclusive benefits. So remember again, like I said, with 99 ringgit, what are you going to get? You're going to get, first thing here is, you're going to get access to the e-learning portal. Second thing, you're going to have also support from a coach to execute your learning into action. And third, you have the access to portal. So what you need to do now here is very simple. You just have to make sure that you have to click the link that is pinned in the chat box and also in the Facebook. Okay, once you click, you can just log in and you can start to buy this. And the first people, 30 people that buying this RM99, RM99, bukan tiap-tiap bulan, tak ada subscriptions. Sekali saja, ya, RM99, sekali saja. Lepas buat saja, automatically akan anda dapat 3 access ni. Bukan itu saja, anda akan dapat juga e-book. E-book untuk 30 peserta yang join pertama akan dapat e-book daripada Encik Irfan Khairi sebagai satu appreciations for the first 30 early bird, ya. Early bird, they're going to come and join the sessions, ya. So, kita dah buka pendaftaran sekarang, ya, registration sekarang. So, apa yang anda perlu buat adalah hanya anda klik dekat link. Kalau tengok dah sampai dekat link. So, maximum link ni hanya diberikan sampai pukul 12.30 malam, tapi hanya untuk 30 orang pertama akan dapat e-book daripada Encik Irfan Khairi, ya, dengan hanya bayar RM99 saja. RM99 ni bukan benda yang anda gunakan untuk anda membazir, ya. Ini untuk memberi impact supaya anda boleh mencapai impian kejayaan anda, ya. Hanya RM99 sahaja untuk kos yang sebenarnya harga almost RM1,699, right? And if you look at it, a simple way for me to say it, a day we even buy a coffee, right? So let's say you spend a coffee for RM3 or even RM4, 20 days or even 1 month is almost about RM120 or RM130. That's normal coffee. If you go for premium coffee, yeah, almost your spending is almost like RM400 plus a month. But today, you're only going to spend RM99 to make your life different, to make your career different. We are here because today you are going to get this prize to make sure that you're going to make a difference in your life. That's the biggest objective that we want from you. So all you need to do is just sign up and click the link in the chat box, in the Zoom, as well also in the Facebook, and entitled for this. Yeah. So again, if you have any questions also regarding these 9 pillars or regarding this package, you can always drop your questions in the chat box. I'm here to help you. Remember, tips-tips yang kita bagi hari ini secara logik boleh guna sahaja tapi tidak akan memberi impact yang betul-betul benar untuk anda menikmati, ya, impact positif daripada today learning. For you to get real impact, you need to have a complete set. So that's why we give you a comprehensive test. So with only RM99 saja. Satu hari kalau tengok sebulan pun RM3 je lah, ya. RM3. Kalau tengok dekat poket dia ada duit Chile pun, simpan untuk sebulan, boleh ada bayar. Bukan saja tu, ini hanya diberi kepada talent and today's people who are in this event. Yeah, because honestly, we cannot afford to give this to people outside because if we give, the budget will be burst. So that's a certain budget, a small budget was actually allocated here. That's why you can entitle for this quota. Because after that, tak ada lagi. Ya, tak ada lagi. Bukan sekadar kita macam nak jual macam pasar malam, ya. Tapi sebab ini adalah eksklusif e-learning platform dengan 9 pilar yang betul-betul akan menyediakan anda untuk anda masuk ke kerjaya idaman anda. Seperti juga, kalau ada apa-apa masalah untuk menggunakan 9 pilar ni, kita akan bagi coaching services as well. Ya, RM99 sahaja. Sila tekan link di chat anda, Zoom anda akan dapat registration for you to do it. But remember again, benda ni takkan berlanjutan setiap hari, ya. Hanya hari ni sahaja dan 30 orang pertama. Encik Irfan Khairi personally dia nak beri e-book, ya, solopreneur, ya, to those 30 purchaser. Alright? Okay, saya akan buka lagi talian ni sebab kita nak buat closing soon. Okay? Sebab hanya 30 orang pertama saja boleh masuk. So yang lain tu, siapa-siapa masih fikir lagi, kalau tanya dengan I, ikut daripada pengalaman I kalau dulu-dululah. Ya, kalau I muda-muda macam you dulu, kalau I ada peluang macam ni, ada berebut dah. I tak ada peluang macam ni dulu. Ya. mengambil masa untuk kami sekarang untuk mendapat kejayaan idaman kami. So, anda tidak perlulah jalan begitu cabaran untuk anda mengikut pengalaman. Biarlah anda dapat lagi selesa perjalanan anda dengan dapatnya grid. Alright? So, hanya RM99 sahaja. Okay, we already have few registrations coming in. Alright? So, but we all gonna close once we reach 30 for the free book ebook. And the rest of it will be only open until today midnight. After that, no matter what you want to look forward, I'm so sorry to say this, you will not get it. Yeah, this is the one and final offer to you, because you can also go in, Google yourself, go check this kind of courses how much. I'm sure you know what is the market range. Not talking about one pillar, yeah, or one skills. We are talking about 9 skills. 9 important skills, which is going to cover intrapersonal and also interpersonal. And after this 9 covered, all right, we're also going to give you support of how to make it practical. Okay, and then last but not forward, it's going to be also, you're going to get a certificate. Bukan tu setakat cover saja ya. Dapat certificate juga untuk anda complete. So this certificate going to bring value to you So bila you pergi kerja idaman you, bila apply job, bila dia tengok you, you dah siap semua 9 pillar ni You ada communication skills, you ada personal branding skills, you ada problem solving skills. So first thing, your resume akan menjadi menarik. Ini di mana anda dah memancing, mana majikan tu dah makan umpan you. Bila majikan tu dah makan umpan you, sudah mulalah dia berminat dengan resume. So, bila dia minat dengan resume you, baru you ada peluang untuk dipanggil untuk temu duga. This is what they're going to do. Yeah? So, this is what they're going to do for you to get it. So, again, if you have any questions, tolong masuk dekat chat, tolong masukkan dekat chat box so that we can help you to clarify about you this. Because, being honest with you, we do not have also much inputs or much things to hide from you, because it's a very straightforward and we are promising to you the 9 pillar skills. Right? Sebab kalau I jadi majikan, kalau ikutkan tadi macam Cik Irfan Khairi cakap, kalau dia jadi majikan, bila dia dapat lihat seseorang ada kemahiran sebegini, anda menjadi pilihan utama seorang majikan. Itulah sebabnya anda perlu ada skill ni. Dekat sekolah, masa kita belajar kat universiti, kat college, tak ada orang ajar macam ni. Tak ada orang masuk dalam soft skill macam ni. Tak ada orang bagi 9 pillar ni. Dekat sekolah, it's more to IQ. IQ, logic thinking only coming. Tapi dekat sini, dekat tempat kerja lebih daripada IQ needed. Sebab walaupun you pandai mana, tapi you tak boleh bergaul. Tak boleh membentangkan idea you dalam meeting. People see it's a waste. If you are very smart, but you cannot work with other people, you cannot collaborate with other people, it's also a challenge, right? So once you complete this, you will have the certifications, and once you complete the certifications, you're going to also have the coaching, right? Yeah. Okay, so katakan anda memerlukan apa-apa soalan dan perlukan saya menjawabnya, anda boleh always reach me. Okay, in the chat box. We are there in the chat box, and I also want to help you to give you more clarifications on this. Benda-benda ni memang telah dibuat satu survey yang specific, yeah. So we already come towards the sessions, and we already have quite numbers of registration there. My team is updating here. Okay, sebab niatnya bukan sekadar untuk memberi revenue atau keuntungan, bukan ya. Sebab kalau nak, benda kos ni boleh dibagi dengan secara umum kepada semua. Niat sebenarnya adalah untuk membantu anda. Pasal tu anda boleh dapat dengan hanya RM99 sahaja. Sekali bayar. Tak ada subscription. Tiap-tiap bulan semua tak ada. Ya, sekali bayar saja. Untuk hidup anda. Sekali saja. Ya. Sekali RM100 saja ya. Tak sorry, bukan RM100 pun. RM99. Ya. Sekali saja. Lepas sekali tu, anda dah ada full access. Bukan saja, ingat tadi dekat talent portal pun anda ada peluang untuk dapat juga vacancy. So anda boleh masuk vacancy, Kalau di job idaman, anda boleh masuk. Anda pun ada coaching. Bila-bila anda rasa macam, I nak pergi esok interview lah. So, bila nak pergi interview atau esok I nak buat resume, this company seems to be a dream company. Can I speak to the coach? You can always reach me. Or you can reach also my colleague, Miss Jeannie or Miss Sophie. Yeah, you're going to have the access to reach us. So, we're going to come in. We're going to hear from you. So, we're going to help you. We prepare you for the interview. You akan buat role play dengan kita. Macam contoh, I akan berlakon sebagai majikan, you akan berlakon sebagai employer, kita buat interview. I akan tanya beberapa soalan yang biasa kerap interviewer asking. And we also do role play balik. Mungkin I akan jadi candidate, you jadi majikan, I akan ajar you macam mana cara sepatutnya kita boleh ajar ataupun berunding masa berlakunya interview. Temu duga. This is something that we can do it for you. Alright? So, nak join macam mana? Senang saja. Nak join senang saja. Anda perlu sahaja tekan link yang dihantar oleh yang berpaut, pin in your chat and also in the Facebook and also Zoom. Tekan saja. You will be bring to the page for you to do the registrations, So that will happen, and 30 orang pertama akan dapat juga free special bonus. For the first 30 purchase, you'll get e-book daripada Encik Irfan Khairi. So this is what you're going to get as well. Okay, kalau apa-apa soalan, sila nyatakan juga. Alright, and also, dalam WhatsApp, anda akan dapat juga WhatsApp, okay, mengenai pasal this program, so you can always click. Mungkin kalau sesiapa yang rasanya, alamak, mungkin anda nak bincang ke apa ke, boleh ambil masa, tapi ingat, maximum sampai pukul 12 malam hari ini saja. We cannot open up long because we have certain quota. Because once reach the quota, we want to proceed with the execution. We want to help the people ready. That's why we're going to stop it. Okay? Kalau boleh, make it very very fast. Alright. Okay. Dan pada masa yang sama, kalau ada apa-apa soalan, sila masukkan dalam chat box. Okay? Dalam chat ataupun komen. Okay, kalau ada bank account, you boleh PM terus dekat Facebook page, Right? Talent Facebook page. Talent's Facebook page. Kalau rasa-rasanya anda nak gunakan bank account, PM. So, kita ada beberapa tempat sahaja sebelum kita menutup the first 30 purchaser. Siapa cepat dia dapat, Alright, so kita ada hanya beberapa tempat lagi. Okay, remember back again, our objective is very noble. We really want to help you today. Because you can Google all this, but it will be very much not relevant to Malaysian or people like you. You want to have a skills development place which is relevant to you and Malaysian and local people like you and me. So that is where this 9 pillar, which was designed, right? It is truly to support you to land yourself to your dream job. Seperti mana anda inginkan kejaya impian anda, seperti begitulah employer pun, majikan pun nak daripada kamu. Kena ideal lah kan? So that is why they look for you this 9 pillar. Once you complete this 9 pillar, you have a certificate. Once you get a certificate, you also get a service or we call assistant through coach. This coach who are expert on these 9 pillars. And we have well experience on it. We have done it and we are still doing it. Right? So we are expert on this. And after you get the support from the coach, that is where also you can start to excel yourself and reach what you want. The changes that you need is not one time. Macam tadi pun kalau tak silap ada beberapa klik kata, nak kawan kita pun cakap, nak tukar ni payah. Nak berubah ni payah. Sebab benda baru. Bila benda baru, memang payah. So untuk tu, menjadikan penukaran ni yang payah tu lebih senang prosesnya, kita akan bantu anda sebagai coach. Ya? Right, the first 30% enrolling will enjoy the e-book daripada Encik Irfan Khairi. Ya? This is what we're going to do. Alright? So, kita ada beberapa tempat kosong saja. Jangan bazir masa, hanya tak sampai RM3 pun sehari. Ya? Boleh dapat RM99 sekali bayar. Saya pasti kita pernah buat belanja banyak benda yang tak ingini. Ya? Tapi ini adalah untuk membantu and impact kepada hidup anda. So that is why your one-time investment is important for you. Sehari kumpul RM3 pun will make a difference. We can say to you that this will be given to you. You just have to use it. Alright? So, kita dah hampir sampai kepada penghujung our sessions. So sekarang kita nak masuk kat closing. Siapa-siapa lagi yang masih lagi nak buat purchase RM99 sekali ni, tolong go ahead, okay, sebelum pukul 12 hari ni. Ya. So dengan tu, don't wait last minute. Register yourself now because career is very important. Yeah, that is one of the basic needs of humans. Use this opportunity. Yeah. So with that, we're going to end our session today. That's pretty much a wrapping up sessions for the event today. For those who purchased the grid program today, thank you so much, because our objective, we want to see an impact and you make a difference to yourself. That is our pleased. And also, at the same time, check for your emails that you're going to receive soon from our customer service during the onboarding process. Alright? And also, don't forget, use the opportunity as much as you can, because we want you to be happy. We want you to get the life that you want, despite how difficult is things with you now. Right? Thank you so much, everyone, for joining our session today. Today's episode brought to you by FissionX, an established multi-award winning data technology provider specializing in analyticals, big data, machine learning, and artificial intelligence. Not also forgetting our partner, Yayasan Peneraju, for their effort in upskilling Malaysian throughout our journey. Ini cerita saya. Mana pula cerita anda? Terima kasih. Bye-bye.